In this video, we're going to be talking about algebra. But before we do that, we got to talk about a dude named Al-Khwarizmi. Now, I might be pronouncing it wrong, so sorry about that. So Al-Khwarizmi is considered the father of, modern algebra. And the reason for this is because, okay, first off, you gotta know that he lived in the 700s and 800s. So he would be a pretty old dude in real life. Anyway, so he wrote this book. Here it is in his language. He lived in Baghdad, I think. So anyway, the name of the book, the original name was Al-Kitab Al-Muqtazar fi Hazab Al-Jabr, which is the root of the word we would now know as algebra, wal muqabla. Now, if we translate that into English, it is the compendious book on calculation by completion and balancing. So this is a book that really, started the whole, algebra craze. And as you can tell by the time he was alive, it was a really, really long craze. But, Al-Khwarizmi, he wasn't really beaten to the punch about the whole algebra thing. But there were two other people who, one of them is actually a group of people, who would actually, sort of use, I guess, algebraic type things. Thanks to Khan from Khan Academy, not Khan from Star Trek, for giving me this information. Cheers. Okay, so the first guys were Babylonians from 2000 BC, or before Christ. We're talking, religious, the Babylonians, Mesopotamia stuff, all this. But there was one other guy, and the other guy is well debated. Okay, so Al-Khwarizmi and the next guy are debated as the father of algebra. Who is the name of this mysterious entity? Ooh. Well, his name is Diophantus. Sorry if that looks like a P. Diophantus. And Diophantus was from Greek. Because the Greeks have to be involved in freaking everything. So, and Diophantus, there is a big difference between old Al-Khwarizmi and Diophantus. Al-Khwarizmi, as we explained, has, conjured up, I guess, the idea of algebra, algebraic equations and other such things like that. Diophantus was more on particular problems, like particular math problems and other stuff like that. So that's a pretty big difference. So Al-Khwarizmi, I think, is probably best known as, the best contender for the father of algebra. Diophantus is a quick second, and then these are probably third, I guess. But moving on from that, at least sort of, amusing history lesson, we actually have math to do. Yeah, I know. Math sucks, but see, look, I'm gonna try and make it fun like I did history. Okay, so let's look at the first two here. Okay, so x, which is sorry about that. X. Now x is a variable. And variable is an unknown number. So unknown number. And okay, so this is, the variable plus 2 equals 5. Now you might, say, oh, it's 3. It's 3. First off, that's sort of smart alecky, so don't be a smart aleck. Anyway, actually, it's minus, so because it's okay. Al-Khwarizmi also came up with the idea that would later be put into algebra. And that was that if something happened on one side of the equation, the other side must be affected too. So we got to get x by itself. So what we got to do is we got to, minus 2, because, addition is the opposite of subtraction. And these two cross out, right? Sorry about that voice crack there. But these two cross out. So then we minus 2 on this side. And then 5 minus 2. Hold on just a sec. Anyway, it's 5 minus 2. So 5, 1, 2. Yeah, so it's 3. So 3. So x equals 3. Alright, so we've done this. Now let's move on to the next one. 9x equals 18. Sorry about that. That doesn't matter. So pretend that this little scratched out line here doesn't exist. So this, upon first look at it, if you've never done algebra, which this video is more catered to, or people who just want to learn algebra, this, you might be wondering, oh, how do I solve this? Well, actually, sorry about sniffles, it's actually a little stuffy. Anyway, it's actually times, multiplication. So, what you gotta do now, again, since we're trying to get x by itself, we gotta divide. So we gotta divide 9. Oh, wait. 9 is crossed out, so then it's 9 over here. And, hold on, I need to check my notes again. 18 divided by 9 is, 2. Had to check my notes. So that means that x equals 2. Now, if you're wondering, if this is, 100% the correct answer, there's actually a way to do that. Hold on, I gotta check my notes. Yes, I have notes to check. I write this stuff down. I'm at school. I'm a kid. But hold on just a sec. Okay, so if we were to, find a different, just to double check if our answer is correct, what we would do is it would be 9 divided by 2. And 9 divided by 2 is 18, so yay! And there was much rejoicing. Yay! Yay! Monty Python and the Holy Grail reference there. Anyway, example number 3. Okay, example number 3. 80 minus x equals 23. So, we gotta add, we gotta add 8, no, wait. No, we gotta add 80 on this side. Add 80 on this side. And 80, is crossed out. Okay. So, 23, I had to look at my notes again. So every time it cuts, it usually means I'm checking my notes. So 23 plus 80. So 23 plus 80 is 102. Hold on. It's actually 103. So x is 103. Alright. Yay, we did another one, even though I had to check my notes numerous times. Okay, last one. I know. Yeah, yay. Hallelujah, hallelujah. So divided. So the opposite of division is times. So, you know what we have to do. Times, cross this out, 3.5, 2.24 hold on. 24.5 thanks to the notes. So, yeah, so that's sort of how you do algebra, as well as, again, amusing, math, history lesson. Yay! So, essentially what you do is, you cross out stuff. I don't know. I mean, that's what I did. And that's sort of a thing that's sort of all throughout algebra. So, yeah. So, bye.